Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am here again with yet another Mirzapur video because apparently I cannot get enough of this show.
एक बात कहें, हम में से कोई रोया भी नहीं अब तक।
जिंदा तो रह लें, फिर रोएंगे।
औरत चाहे चंबल की हो या पूर्वांचल की, आप अगर गन उठाइए तो मतलब दिक्कत में है।
For today, I'll be doing straight up character analysis. And the three people who I'm going to analyze are Golu, Beena Bhabhi and Madhuri. So first we have Golu. Golu is a bright student and was always interested in more intellectual pursuits than in the normal activities that a person her age would. And from the very get-go, she has shown that she's very interested in leadership, even contesting in the elections of her college against someone as popular and as infamous as Munna Tripathi. To me, this character always reminded me of another character that I also love very much, Arya Stark. Both of them are spunky characters who refuse to accept the traditional way of life in their respective spheres. And especially when teamed up with the Guddu, it reminded me of Arya Stark's partnership with the Hound, including her little revenge list where she was checking people off one by one, was similar to the revenge arc that Golu had for the entirety of the second season. Golu has always shown that she has a great mind for strategy, and it is her who brought the brains to the equation, whereas Guddu brought the brawn. One more characteristic of Golu which I found intriguing is her supposed difficulty with emotions, especially her own, and her fixation with BDSM. I mean, even in her introductory scene, she is shown to be reading 50 Shades of Grey in the library. My qualms with the book and its atrocious writing aside, I thought that this character might have some things in common with the character of Christian Grey. But I was surprised and a little bit confused when later on in the show, she basically forced Chote to whip her. And all this was done without any prior discussion. And the guy even starts to whip himself in the beginning because apparently he has no say in what is going to go on in their bedroom. Again, let me clear a very common misconception. Submission and masochism don't have to go hand in hand, the same way sadism and dominance don't have to go hand in hand. There can be a masochistic dominant and a sadistic submissive. And there are so many varieties because human sexuality is complicated. But there was one thing that the writers of the show and Golu herself did not take into account before engaging in a relationship like this with Chote, and that is consent goes both ways. It is a whole can of worms that I will need time to discuss. But suffice to say that I assume that a BDSM relationship should have the same rules as any other relationship where consent is on the part of both individuals. Not everyone is okay with hurting others, just like how not everyone is okay with being hurt. And just because it's a woman calling the shots doesn't make it right. Other than that, we see a lot of growth in her character where initially she was really afraid of using a gun and extremely inexperienced in doing so, in contrast to her sister who was quite adept at it. And she eventually overcame her fear, and by the end of the second season, she was almost a pro at it. Next comes the fan favorite and personally one of the characters I love the most, Beena Bhabhi.
तो मुश्किल से महीने में 1-2 बार कर पाते हैं अब। ऊपर से हर बार गरम करके ठंडा ही छोड़ देते हैं हमको।
I don't think she needs any introduction. She is a very beloved character and for good reason. Usually in shows like this, we would expect the spouse of someone like Kalin Bhaiya to be very scared and submissive and always put their needs second to Kalin Bhaiya's. But she is not like that at all, and she doesn't back away from saying exactly what she thinks.
औरत की खुशी हमेशा आदमी से ऊपर होती है।
सच्ची।
And another thing that I really found interesting and I really appreciated as a creative choice was them playing clips of lions and lionesses all throughout the show. Okay, so let me tell you a little something about lions. They are matriarchal, contrary to what the Lion King told you. Yes, your childhood was a lie. Just like how in a typical human household, Most of the males that live there are related to each other: uncles, fathers, grandfathers, sons. In a pride, all the lionesses are related to each other: sisters, aunts, mothers, grandmothers. When human females attain adulthood, they leave their birth family to go live with the in laws. And the exact opposite happens in lions, where the young lion is the one that leaves its pride to go join another one. And the final similarity is that lionesses often mate with several different males, just like cats. This could be a lion that is already part of the pride, or any random lion wandering around the savannah that she found hot. And there's a reason why this is extremely clever, because lions are known to kill cubs that are not their own. But if she has mated with several different lions, none of them know who the father is, and therefore none of them will kill the cub. Now, this is a strategy that Bina applied herself, and it worked greatly in her favor. And this goes to show that you can only push a human being so far before they turn around and punch you in the face, especially if said human has self-respect, is aware of their emotions, and is intelligent enough to do something about their predicament. Honestly, it was extremely refreshing for me to see a female character with so much agency in a show. By the end of the second season, she is the one pulling the strings and making everything happen. So congratulations, Mirzapur, you wrote a pretty good female character. And next, in yet another demonstration of what happens when women don't wallow in their victimhood and take control of their own lives, we have the CM of UP, Madhuri. She is what I would call the perfect example of a modern woman. She respects herself and goes after what she wants, and understands that the world is not a place filled with rose petals. It could be her political background, but Madhuri didn't shy away from taking the entire party and then the whole of UP into her own hands when she understood that she was being taken advantage of. Another thing I admire about her, and what makes her a modern woman in the first place, is how she interacts with her husband. She showed great emotional maturity when she respected his feelings when he expressed that he didn't want to be married to her. She is not afraid to take the reins in a relationship. Only a person that is very emotionally mature and understands the difference between a romantic and a sexual relationship would allow her husband to go to a brothel after they've been married. This also speaks to how much confidence she has in herself. Madhuri and Munna treat each other as true equals, and they both understand that just because they are married to each other doesn't mean that they have to give up everything they wanted to do in their lives and stop living as individuals. In their own words, they both understand that what people really want in life is respect and a companion to see it through. And that's it, guys. That's what I had to say about the women of Mirzapur. All the other characters that I have not mentioned are also very expertly written and executed. And hats off to the writers for creating such a masterpiece. For more videos like this, please like, share and subscribe. Bye.